Up, y'all? Just want to come out here into another one. Shit, I'm out on the block right now, waiting for this bus. But yeah, check it out. Like, I was just thinking, like, right now I just got asked for a lighter, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you why I don't smoke weed anymore. I'm not saying anything wrong with weed, but why you should be cautious. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I got the dreadlocks. People think like, okay, he smoked weed. Like, that's not how it is always. Like, people ask me for lighters, like all that type of stuff. I'm just thinking like, first of all, I'm not gonna tell you my perspectives on weed like that. It's a plant. You do what you want to do with it. But like, you out here smoking weed and shit, man. Just be careful, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, you eat your money up. Second of all, like, you can get caught up with the police. Just be cautious, so just know these things. And then besides those obvious things, like, it's really the people's, you know what I'm saying? You got people that want to like take advantage of you, you know what I'm saying, money wise, so they be selling you, try to sell you bullshit, or you know what I'm saying, try to fucking, I don't know, like, just trying to fucking bribe you with weed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you like weed, so they'll do anything for weed or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's not cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what basically talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't appreciate that. You know. And then on top of that, it's like, it's like, don't ever take a blunt for your young ones. If you're young, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you below, like, under, to be honest with you, you below, you under 18 or whatever like that. You smoke weed, but you probably gonna do, who knows or not. You know what I'm saying? Like I did. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, don't smoke weed with like adults. Only smoke weed with like your teenage friends or whatever, and make sure they like cool. They like, you some kids on some kid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. And then if you're gonna be smoking weed in general, you know what I'm saying, even if you're over 18 or under or whatever, make sure you're smoking with people that are like, you know what I'm saying, like you really trust. In other words, people that you didn't meet up in a low life situation, like you trying to like jack somebody, you in the same gang or something or something. Because motherfuckers be lacing this weed, you know what I'm saying, and then they be weird, you know what I mean? People getting weird and shit. When they get high, they just get weird or whatever or something like that. So like, you know, and honestly, if you really, just to be honest with you, bro, the best thing to do is just honestly, if you want to smoke weed, don't do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Don't become a weed head. You know what I'm saying? That's the first and foremost thing. Second of all, make sure who you buying from. You know, make sure who you buying from is like, you know what I'm saying, like a nice person, like he a nice dude or a nice female, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they're a nice person, and they got their head on straight in some way. I don't even know if they're Christian, they don't believe in God or whatever like that. Like, you make sure they're like a good person or whatever. Are they somebody, talking about a square or whatever? You know what I mean? Not a square, but you know what I'm saying, like, they're not like, But anyways, like, and definitely the best thing to do is smoke your own blunts, smoke your own weed, bro. Sharing blunts is cool and all that shit. Like, it's fun. I used to do that shit. I still like doing that shit. Like a whole bunch of dudes, you know what I'm saying? We just chilling, smoking a blunt and shit. That shit cool, but like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, you don't want to do that shit. Because honestly, be honest with you, if you can't afford your own blunt, you shouldn't be smoking weed. Because like, you sitting here trying to share a blunt with somebody and shit. You know what I'm saying? you probably hang around with some fucking drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? You probably hang around with a bunch of drug addicts and shit that just fiending for it so bad they just want one hit, at least just one hit. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to smoke anybody else's weed. You know what I'm saying? And don't smoke anybody's weed if they just pass you a blunt and you don't know that person. Don't ever take a blunt from somebody you don't know. Real shit. Don't ever, because you're gonna be doing some shit that you don't want to do. Trust me. Trust me, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have a friend, or you have a friend, let's say you have a friend, he does other drugs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't smoke with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to chill out with all that, because it's just crazy out here right now. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying weed is bad. I mean, smoke weed if you want to, but for me right now, I ain't doing that shit because I just the situation, like the vibratory frequency with the dreadlocks, is just like it just attracts the wrong crowd, you know. So if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna first of all I'm gonna call my day ones, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna see if they could just hook me up with some, or maybe somebody that I'm like I met that's like cool, you know. That's the only time I'm sitting there. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna smoke my shit, but I ain't finna be smoking like that. Like it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, do what you want, you know. I don't condone you smoking weed, but I'm just saying you gonna do it anyways. You know what I'm saying? You gonna do what you want to do, whether you do it or not. So, you know. But I'm just trying to say, like, like, hey, like, if you're gonna be, what I'm saying, smoking weed, the first and foremost thing is don't ever smoke somebody else's blunt. You don't know. They just pass you a blunt. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever do that shit. Because these people are fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got certain beliefs, you know what I'm saying? You got a Rastafari liberty like me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna really, like, be out here smoking the herb by these people because they don't see it as, like, herb or something like that, or some type of spiritual something or some type of sacrament or something like that on any level. They just see it as a drug. They just like doing drugs. They like getting high. It don't matter what get them high. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, so hey, like, you guys just chill out right now with all that, cause like I said, like, it's just crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever know, you know, who is doing what and why they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying? But all of the young people that just, like, smoke weed for the first time, they kind of getting into it. They still new at it. Maybe they didn't really smoke weed like that. They want a real perspective on it. I'm just saying, like, if you like it and you want to do it again, and you're probably gonna do it again if you could, like, go ahead. I'm not telling you to do it, but you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm saying, I'm trying to keep you safe. I'm trying to tell you, like, hey, like, don't get caught up out here in these streets doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you understand that part, the lawful part, and don't, like, get caught up with these people, these crazy people out here, or these people in general. Don't get caught up with these people out here, because they on some other stuff. They don't just see it as some herb or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? That you use or whatever like that, like any other thing. They see it as like a drug or something. They see it as something else, and they like to just play people for all types of reasons. So just, you know what I'm saying, chill out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want all that, you know what I mean? So, especially if you're an older person and you've been smoking and shit, and you kind of think about quitting and shit, and you like, you looking at, like, I'm gonna say what Enoch the Freestyle Prince was talking about, like, you see, like, the demons coming out, like, it's because, you know what I'm saying, the vibratory frequency you were at when you were smoking weed. So now that's a signature on your head. I mean, think about it. I mean, it's kind of like trauma-based, you know what I'm saying, mentalities, you know what I'm saying, certain things that trigger you. So weed is one of those triggers for you that makes you, go into these dark places or whatever like that in your mind. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you're going to have to figure out, like, you have to might just stop that shit for a while, you know what I'm saying, get to a good place, and if you still want to smoke weed, you know what I'm saying, you can do it again. But, I mean, herb is for the healing of the nation, so I'm just saying, like, you probably use it to heal your mental. So if you're not in a place where you messed up again, then why you need the healing? It's like taking medicine for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like you don't have to, you probably don't have to do it anymore. So if I were you, I'd just stop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And just use it when you feel like using it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's pretty much all I'm gonna say for this one.